Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Unpopular Opinions podcast. I am Mickey, as usual. This is my YouTube channel. Today, my co-host Bebsey is back. Say hello there.
Hello there.
Didn't have to literally say that, but it'll do.
But that's the joke.
And we also have a new guest here today, Mr. Yohaseo, if you want to introduce yourself.
Greetings, I'm Yohaseo. Oftentimes people just call me Yo because they just can't pronounce it. Yeah.
I'm very happy I managed to pronounce it correctly first time. Even as the words left my mouth a second ago, I was like, did I say that wrong? Shit.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't, thankfully. The links to both of their streaming channels and content channel thingies will be in the top of the description box there if you want to check them out, because you should. The same as last week. Self-promotion! Very much the same as last week. We'll kind of talk about what we've been playing in the past 7 days, because that's what gamers do quite a bit. I'll go last this time, as I started it off last week. We'll kind of switch it around a little bit. Yohaseo, since you're new, if you want to go first and tell us what you've been playing in the past week or so.
I've actually not been playing as much as I usually have been because, of course, college stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I have been getting back into Minecraft. Luckily, with the most recent update, it's running better on my piece of shit laptop here. I've also been trying to get into StarCraft 2 again, but clan members have been busy. Aside from that, I've been playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! With a online dueling program that I found.
Nice. I will get you a Yu-Gi-Oh match eventually. I will one day remember and be like, oh yeah! And hopefully it will happen. Just bear in mind my deck is 5 years out of date when it comes to legality of cards, but it'll be fine.
It's alright. Most cards by then on the ban list have been cycled through, so...
Yeah, most likely. And with regards to StarCraft 2, my brother's big into that game, and big congratulations to him, actually. He's just been, I don't know if hired's the right word, because he doesn't really get paid for it, but he cast StarCraft on a fairly decently sized YouTube channel now. I think he told me they have 15,000 subscribers, which was wow, you know.
Right.
Because I've been at YouTube for God knows how many years, and I've just hit 300, you know. And yeah, so good for him on that. I'm not jealous at all. But
Yeah.
I tried to get into StarCraft 2, liked it quite a bit, and then for some reason just kind of stopped playing it and regretted stopping playing it, but never went back for some reason.
Right.
Bebsey, what have you been up to in the past week or so?
More Minecraft Feed the Beast. That's mostly streaming side. I did touch on some Hearthstone for a little bit, opening some cards, seeing what cards came up, some fancy rares, and then tried a couple matches, closed it down again, and then went back to Feed the Beast. But I've been staring at my desktop and on my wall where I have the Founders Pack Firefall poster. I'm thinking maybe I should try and go back to playing Firefall a bit again.
Yeah.
Because it's enjoyable for what it is. And for the longest time it was in development, it looked like it was going to be something else, and it's just basically turned into shooty bang bang. Move on to the next area, shooty bang bang, and then so on and so forth. But yeah, it's somehow enjoyable about that. And I'm about to start playing in the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Friends and Family beta thing.
Very nice.
Yeah, I managed to. I know someone who knows someone who knows someone, and I managed to get into the test of that. But
Awesome.
the tricky thing is I'm one of those people that want to save it for actual when it comes out.
Does one of those people that you know wear a trench coat?
A dirty trench coat,
Yeah.
and it's got a collection of watches and all kinds of things in there.
Does he wear 7 watches simultaneously, and they're all $5?
No, but I did once. I had 3 watches and they're all the wrong time, and I tried to make sure they were the right time, and I had them on my arm, and people looked at me very strangely.
Brilliant.
But yeah, so I've been wanting to give to give the Crusader class a go. But otherwise, as for actually playing, it's been Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, this week past, the same as everyone, it seems, I have not been playing as much as I want to. It's kind of gotten to the point where I'm working that much that I feel productive if I play a game for an hour, which is really like anti-productive. But that's how I get my wow, I did something worthwhile today kicks. I installed DayZ, haven't played it yet. Planned to play it and then kept getting errors. Fixed the errors and was like, too tired to play that now. Right. And that's been about the height of my gaming for this week. I picked up Pokemon Soul Silver and got so excited when I found out the Nintendo pin code on there wasn't scratched yet. So I was like, yo, I'm getting Club Nintendo points for this. And it was a used copy of the game. And I scratched it off, input the code, and it told me it wasn't working. Carefully read the piece of paper, and it expired like 2 months ago.
Wow.
It was hard. It's expired in the middle of September. I was disgusted, but I've got the batteries in my little Pokewalker today, and I'm going to take them, wear it to work tomorrow, and hopefully good things will come from that.
Right.
Because Pokemon.
I was staring at the Nintendo DS Extra Large today. Because I was walking through the store thinking, oh, let's see what out there and about. Let's see what the new game console is all about. And then I realized, oh yeah, it's not out here until tomorrow. So I browsed through the Nintendo department to look at the Wii U and the Wind Waker remake because even though I played it on GameCube, I kind of want to play it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's worth buying a whole new console for. But no, I passed through the DS. I was thinking, I kind of maybe want to, sort of. No. And then I ran for the door. Because I couldn't do that to myself.
You felt your wallet like slipping out of your pocket. You're like, nope!
Yeah. It's that time of year where Christmas is coming and the new game consoles are coming out, and there I am thinking, buy Pokemon, maybe? No.
Definitely, you should. I mean, I bought my PS3 just for The Last of Us, and I don't really regret that. It was in a bundle. It was okayly priced. But I have like other PS3 exclusives that I just haven't played. I found the Killzone 3 Hellgast edition with the helmet for very cheap, and have the helmet sitting on a shelf. Never played the game, and it's really not a good sign. I call myself a gamer, but I never seem to get to play games anymore.
Right.
I think it's just we're at that age now.
Yeah.
It happens where you go, oh, we have work now, job, responsibilities. Unless your job is video games, you don't really get a chance to get into things. And even then, you've got like, oh, I've got 12 hours to review 4 games, pow, and you don't really enjoy them that much.
Yeah, very true. I mean, I found that I love making review videos of things, but whenever I'm like playing something or watching something and I'm constantly pausing it or making notes, I don't enjoy it as much.
It's like my friends at university who all finished their degree and they went off to work for game testing in places like Sony.
Yeah.
I think, oh yeah, game testing, it's the gateway job. We'll sit down, we'll play games all day. No. You have to sit there and you have your soul removed. And one guy, I don't care if I'm disclosing any bad information. I believe I've told this story several times. I can't remember who I've told it to now. But for the 24 game, when 24 was the big thing, they're bringing out the 24 game, and his job was to load up the level and stand there for, I can't believe it was between 8 and 12 hours, not touching a thing, and he had to sit and watch to see what the game did to react to that.
Right.
Wow, dream job right there.
Yeah, so at that point it's like, yeah, games testing, maybe not quite the job that everyone really thought it was getting into.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Sony announced that they did the Tester, the show where you can contest to be a games tester. And, well, Penny Arcade Comics really kind of summed that up nicely. It's like, well done, but here's your cubicle, the feeding tube was here.
Yeah.
You allowed 30-second breaks each month.
Each month.
Yeah, the nutrient tube we fill every now and then. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, yeah.
That's why they like switch discs for you. That's the 30 seconds you have.
Oh, now it's all downloadable. Now you install the games on these consoles. You don't even get a chance to switch discs now.
Right.
But I mean, with regards to like video game related competition shows, has either of you watched the Gauntlet from Rooster Teeth?
Yes.
How bad is that show?
It's hilarious.
I mean, I want to like it, but like the first season, I enjoyed watching, but like the contestants kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Right.
And the second season, the contestants aren't annoying me, but there's something annoying me, and I don't know what it is. I mean, the bits at the start with Bernie and Joel are hilarious, and then it just kind of goes downhill from there, I think.
There, yeah. But at the same time, it's like the way that it just progresses is just funny overall.
Yeah. I mean, Rooster Teeth got into just all of a sudden they took this massive like jump in quality, and the first season was like a really professional thing,
right?
But now this one they just really like don't seem to give a shit.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool though. I mean, to be big and independent enough as a production company to do that is kind of like a dream job, but maybe one day.
This isn't really selling me on the series now.
And I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
It's still a good watch one way or another.
I mean, yeah, the episodes aren't like abdominally long, or abdominally, that's not the correct word, abominably long. They're like, what, 8 minutes or so, 7-8 minutes?
Approximately,
so
yeah.
That's not going to cost you much time. You do get a few giggles during it. But as far as like a serious gaming competition goes, that's not your show.
Probably get more out of watching Takeshi's Castle.
Most likely, actually, yeah. With regards to gaming competitions, again, my brother flat out is watching those StarCraft tournaments. How many StarCraft World Championships is there in like 1 year? I think he's been watching like 4. All over. I think it was like the qualifiers all over the world, and then like the main one.
Right.
But like I couldn't do that.
They had the big final at BlizzCon. Was it 2 weeks ago?
I'm not sure.
I was watching that, and I'm not a big StarCraft 2 player. I'll maybe some watch shows. I've been to a few barcrafts. Google that term if you don't know what that is.
I shall.
But and it was interesting. But I was watching the show, and I was transfixed upon these two guys playing their match, and I found myself just like rooting for one of the guys. It's like I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on, but they're saying that guy there on the right is like the favorite to win. The guy on the left is the underdog, but he's been surprising. And I was like, underdog, right? I'm rooting for him. And then as they were playing their match, they were watching him, this new underdog guy play, and he was like, what's he doing? What's he trying? And he would try out these strange new tactics and play mind games against this champion. And he was like, he won't use that tactic again. He knows that guy knows that he knows he's not going to use that tactic again.
Right.
And then he'd do it again. And he's like, my God, he did it again. And I said, there's no way he's going to do it a third time, because he knows that he thinks he's going to do it a third time, because he knows that he knows that he knows. And then he did it again. And I said, oh no, maybe is he going to do it a fourth time? Is he going to do it? Oh, he isn't. Oh, okay then. And it, spoiler, the underdog managed to beat the guy.
Wow.
In a huge landslide, and it was fantastic to watch, even though I had no idea what was going on. I was there just jiggling in my excited about what was going on.
Right. I mean, I'm somewhat like that with StarCraft. I can watch a match and enjoy the commentary, but I have no idea what the commentary means. Like even my brother, when he's playing a match, he goes, "Oh, I did this, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "What?" Like the term, I only found out what a six pull was recently because my brother told me. Right. It's like, oh, this guy kept six pulling me, and I'm like, what now? And it's just, it's a high skill level game, I think. And my brother's in like Silver League, and he plays it like every day, and he's in Silver League. But watching his fingers as he plays it, that's intimidating. So I wonder what the like more skill for people look like. Is it just like a blur? The keyboards break under their hands.
It is. They had little 8 p.m. actions minute, and there's like 120, 140 action minute,
Right?
which is it's like one 2.5 every second something. I was like, what the hell? Ping, 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 ping. And it's like they're typing an entire essay on their keyboards using 6 keys.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, what this? And just watching the screen flashing back and forth. And the interesting is, because you can replay matches.
Yeah.
You have the normal play, you have the fast speed. I'm pretty sure it has a slow speed for a reason.
Yeah.
So you can keep track of these guys, because it is astounding to watch.
Right.
Especially in the bar crafts, where you basically there are pubs and bars that will stream these championships on the big screens inside these bars, and everyone's there drinking and yelling and go, yeah. So that can turn into a bit of a thing.
that sounds like something I would go to, and I'd be screaming like, yeah, what are they doing? Who's doing what? But it sounds like it'd be a pretty cool atmosphere though to be in.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially here in Paris, we have a few dedicated bars. So some of them have been doing that. So
wait, there are StarCraft bars there, or is it like a gaming bar?
Just a gaming bar in general, but they'll occasionally do things like bar crafts. And we had one around well, we had one around the corner that we kind of arranged to have a private bar craft in a way, with like 24 of us on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. or something, when it's normally empty.
Yeah, and just kind of book the place out.
Well, no, we kind of like sat up a table next to the projection screen in the corner, and other people would walk in, go, and then walk out. And then I don't think we managed to get a third bar craft accepted in that place. I think we were. It's like, yeah, normally we'd have very few customers, but you're now bringing in less. So yeah.
Wow.
But barcraft's become quite a thing around the world now, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, they've opened like a new. I can't even think of the correct word for it. It's not like a gaming store. It's more or less like a gaming cafe, like a LAN cafe. But they do board games, competitions, and gatherings and things, but no one goes to it. And hopefully it will spawn into having things like that happen locally here, but not at the moment. Nothing does. They tried to organise a gaming festival in the summer there, and it was just a complete flop. There was one in the local university every year. It was originally called Core. They renamed it to DLC this year, and it was £5 admission per day, and it was a 2-day thing. Ran from about, I think it was midday, noon, till 11 p.m. And I went there, this is just how bad the organisation was. I went there at about 8 p.m. on the first night, so bear in mind, about 3 hours before they closed. There was essentially no one there. The board game room was more or less empty. They had a tournament table set up for Gears of War 3. There was no one at it. They had Injustice, Gods Among Us up on a projector for people to play. There was no one at it. There was a lot of people playing Guitar Hero though. And then there was a lot of people playing card games. And I was like, I don't want to spend money just to hang out with my friends because there's nothing out of the ordinary going on. And I think that kind of killed the whole possibility of anything cool gaming related going on here.
Well, the way to do it's free, and then your money, the drinks to have with there. Having a door charge tends to. I don't know if that puts people off, but it's going to be an extra barrier that if you're trying something new, you want to remove as many barriers as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the event itself was that small that like there wasn't even drinks or anything like that. It was in like one portion of the university that would have normally during the school year be classrooms, and I mean the student union bar was literally 30 seconds away, but it just wasn't open, and
Right.
that might have dragged in more people. But again, there's kids at it, and
Okay, well, if you say you bring in those ingredients like, oh yeah, there's no drinks and lots of kids, you think, okay, yeah, there's the
Yeah.
problem.
I mean, they had planned for there to be lots of kids, and they went to like the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament at like 3 o'clock, and then all went home. So,
Probably to
Yeah.
catch Yu-Gi-Oh on TV.
hell yeah! Is Yu-Gi-Oh still going? Is there like a new current series?
Yes, it is. It's Zexal now.
Is that the character name, or is it called? Are they calling it Yu-Gi-Oh Zexal?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Oh Christ! What? Are they still on motorbikes?
No.
Oh,
At least
thank
not
God.
that I've seen. But then again, I haven't even seen a bit of that one yet, so.
I remember. Oh God! I remember getting up at like 7 a.m. To go downstairs on a Saturday morning to watch like original Yu-Gi-Oh
Right.
on the TV. It was like oh God, which story arc was it? Like the Rare Hunters story arc.
Battle City.
That's the one. That's the one. Like that was happening.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of went a little bit downhill from there.
I've actually been rewatching it lately. I'm currently on season 4 with the Seal of Orichalcos.
Nice. I'm trying to remember what that was.
That
Very
was,
certain I've seen it.
And that was just after Battle City.
Right.
Well, just after Battle City and after they were trapped in.
The cyber world thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I may have stopped after the cyber world, possibly. I'm not sure.
All I know is, are they still on Namek, or did they get off of Namek?
That's Dragon Ball Z. That's different.
That's the joke. But that's always the show whenever you have something that's like 500 episodes long, and each time it's like, you. No, I've beaten you. No, I've beaten you. It's like, are they still on Namek? Are they left now?
I mean, that just reminded me of something that's kind of irrelevant, but have you guys ever used the websites T-Fury or QWERTY?
I have not.
I have browsed them. I can't remember if I was going to... I know someone who tried to buy something from T-Fury. He bought like 5 or 6 and they never arrived.
Oh,
But that's due to the postal system, not them.
I see. Well, I've ordered from both recently. I've just linked them in the chat. We're not sponsored by these, by the way. Anyone who's like, you're sellouts on a second episode where the first episode had like one view. We're not selling out. We couldn't if we wanted to. Not yet. But basically, for anyone who doesn't know, they put up a random t-shirt design every day on a very low price that's designed and voted for by the community who use the sites. The reason I remembered about it is the current design on QWERTY is an over 9,000 Dragon Ball Z shirt, which I bought last night.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's kind of a nice little plug for those places, because I've been religiously, I've worked out actually what time the t-shirts change on both sites and constantly refreshing them to see what's happening for the next day.
Right.
I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, but you guys can continue with topics and stuff, and then I have a few gaming topics when I come back.
Yeah, the 9000 is quite low key. It's not like overly. If you did, you wouldn't. You can maybe wear it in public. It's pretty okay,
Right.
but I'm not gonna buy it. Like maybe. What else is going on this one here? Now it's all going on for the charities, like, oh, buy this shirt and help the Philippines.
Yeah, I've been seeing some random stuff like that every now and then.
Yeah. Wasn't it Coca-Cola took all their money they were going to use for advertising this month and gave it as money to the relief fund?
I actually have not heard about that.
Ah, well, there you go. So apparently Coca-Cola took all the money they were going to go for advertising and just chucked it into charity. And everyone's like, fair play, well done.
Yeah, good for them.
Coca-Cola doesn't need any more money for advertising, and doing that makes me want to
I
buy
know,
Coca-Cola.
Right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I guess I'm not getting to pee yet because someone decided it was bath time. So, gotta hold it. I hope I didn't interrupt anything, by the way.
No, no.
If you're in the middle of
No,
a topic or something, I didn't want to just kind of go, hi.
Well, we had literally, I guess you could say, just finished with the information of it as you came back. So
That's okay then. The topic I want to bring up first off, and then you guys can discuss some stuff, and I have a second one then, is the Xbox One pricing. Not for the console necessarily, but for the games and controllers. I've noticed the games are retailing at either, in Great British Pounds anyway, $54.99 or $59.99 per game,
Right.
depending where you're shopping. But the controller is $44.99. Surely a piece of hardware with all the features of that new controller would cost more than a disc. But evidently not. It's always been like the other way around, but I guess not anymore.
Weird things, but they still sell the hardware at loss, and they make their money back from the games themselves.
I know that's definitely the case with the
So-
PlayStation 3, but the Xbox One, they actually gain $8 with every console sale, whereas Sony are losing with the PS4 for every sale.
That's probably the $8 they skimped on the drives they put on the Xbox One.
Yeah, or probably where
'Cause-
they're like, ha ha ha, Connect, you need to buy it, even though you don't have to use it, but you have to pay for it.
right.
Well, no, because I don't know. It's I don't really know how to weigh in on this, because I have no interest in X One. It had some more worthy games to come out on it, some exclusives, but all I've ever heard about Xbox One is just all the controversy about it. No one's ever been talking about the games, apart
Right.
from but Xbox One, you can watch people play American football while you play your American football game.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care about either of those.
You're like, I have two monitors on my computer.
Yeah. If I want a game, I've got a computer. It's all exclusives, and it always is going to be about the exclusives for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox, I don't call it the Xbox One. I still want to call it the Xbone. The Xbone drive failure, and how it reminds me of the 360 failure, where it would you would put your game disc in, and it would gouge a great big crevice right into the disc when they put those in.
Oh, did they have that problem again?
Well, it's similar. I think this is just the drives being extraordinarily noisy, and where they kind of went, we don't know where the problem is. We don't know what we're going to do about the problem. Just contact customer service and let them know, and we don't know what we're going to do yet.
Yeah, when my brother got his 360, he got Borderlands 1 for Christmas from Santa, and on Christmas morning he had his Xbox standing upright, put the disc in, accidentally knocked the Xbox over, and the crevice that left the entire way around the disc from the laser reader was that deep. You know, you could feel it if you run your finger over it, and that game never worked again.
My family and I had similar. We were playing Fable 2. My cousin needed to move the Xbox in order to get something, and in doing so, that just gave that ring on there.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think we're at the point where we're paying such a premium for a home console that their laser readers or whatever it is wouldn't be quite so murderous.
Right.
But they are.
I don't know. I think we'd be paying such a premium for a game console. We'd be more careful about knocking it over. But
Touche.
well, that's what I was. If I had to, put the thing on its side, I would take the disc out. I would very carefully put it down, and later on put a disc in, and I've not had a problem.
Keep cushions around it and things.
Yeah. I mean, my 360 hasn't red ringed, but that's because I barely use it. It's all about the PS3 for me.
Yeah, I mean, PS3, I wish I played it more. I really do.
I'm lucky though that my 360 hasn't red ringed either, even though we've had it, we've played it for a long time. But granted, nowadays it's hardly getting used.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm on my third 360. I didn't have to purchase any of the replacements. They were all under warranty. But one, I can't remember. No, it would randomly shut off, and then the store replaced it, and then I red ringed, and they replaced it. No idea what caused the red ring. I was playing the game, and then boop.
All right.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I've actually got the original Xbox as well. Unfortunately, I can't play what games I do have on it because, well, they're too scratched up.
The original Xbox was again something I wish I played more. I didn't have an original Xbox until a long time after I bought my 360. I was just still on PlayStation 2 until I bought my 360. But
Yeah.
I went to a Kerbal sale thing, and £5 for the original Xbox. Again, I want to call that an Xbox One because it's what it was. But
Right.
£5.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it's two of the games that I have for the original Xbox that I would like to play again are the original KOTOR games, the first and second one. But, well, they're scratched to hell and back right now, so...
Yeah. I'm not sure if I trust those, disc fixing machines and disc cleaning machines. I bought one before and it just ended up leaving my disc all wet. I was like, what?
Well, it depends on which one you get and how you use it, because before the KOTOR games would not read whatsoever on the original Xbox, nor even the 360, because it is backwards compatible. But now they can load up at least a portion of it and stop working soon after.
Yeah. I mean, the one that I used that left my disc wet, in fairness, I did buy it for £1 in a pawn shop. So I shouldn't expect too much, but still.
Right.
And I just bought them on Steam when they came up on sale. I got the what I find interesting about the Steam versions, for example, especially with KOTOR 2, is that the fan made content, because KOTOR 2 was rushed out of the door. It's finish the game, cut out all this content, put it out on the console, sell.
Right.
And there was all this stuff on the cutting room floor and all this unused data that was still hidden in the code. And then fans and other people went, hey, we'll make the rest of the game for you. And they did that for PC, and everyone went, hey, this is pretty good.
Nice.
So it was the exclusive on the console. Got to get on the console. Then it comes on to the glorious PC master race, and then we fix it.
Yo, that's us. That's us. Too bad I personally don't have any form of knowledge to fix it, but other people can do it for me.
Yeah.
With regards to gaming topics, there's a game I basically saw a tweet about today, and I'm ridiculously excited for it now. It's a Monster Hunter-esque game. It's for the Vita. It's called Tokiden: The Age of Demons. It's only in Japan at the moment, but it's coming to Europe soon. And apparently on its opening weekend in Japan, it outsold Super Mario 3D World. So I think that's a fair testament.
Yeah.
It's a Monster Hunter-esque game made by the people who made Dynasty Warriors. So hopefully it'll be awesome. It's coming to Europe on the 14th of February, and for the Vita only. It's sold just shy of 500,000 units total to date, which, as they point out in this article here, for a brand new IP on the Vita of all things, is not a bad number of sales, especially since it was only released in one country.
Right.
That means the 12 people that own a Vita here are going to have to step up to the plate there.
Yeah. I still have mine sitting. I mentioned this last week. I got it in a bundle and finally got round all the errors it was giving me. Turned it on, played Killzone for 5 minutes, and just haven't played it since. I have this compulsive thing now of every time I get there's new free games available on PlayStation Plus, turn on my PS3, turn on my Vita, download them, turn them off, and never play the games. And it's just such a waste. So it is. But one of these days, count my words, mark my words rather. One of these days, I'll play games.
Yeah, for me, it's like there's actually some times where it's like I feel as though I have too many games to play now.
Yeah. So overall, it's so hard being a gamer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I remember the early to mid '90s. You would buy a game and I was bought Doom 2 for my 14th birthday, I think. And said, right, we'll buy this because it's in stock in the store, and in our tiny little store, you see the game once, and that's it. So you had to buy it then and there. So my dad went, "Oh, Doom 2, this is a computer game. I shall buy this for you." Didn't know what it was. He just knew that, computer game, buy it.
Yeah.
And I had to see it sitting on the shelf, unable to touch it for a month. And I would hold the box and I would spin it around in my hand going, I will play. And, my birthday came along, says, right, now you can play it. And I played that one game all the way to completion, and then again, and then again, and then again, and then again.
Yeah.
And then later on, another game came out, and I'd play that one game again and again and again and again and again and again. And then one more game come out, and I would play these single games. It would be all I would play until the next one came out. Now it's especially distribution on Steam, for example, and all the sales that come up and these indie titles. You've got a week and suddenly 12 games have come out, all for $4.99. You buy them all, you maybe play one or two, and then something else, the AAA game comes out, and that takes over, and you've completely forgotten about these small indie titles. I mean, you've supported them by buying them, sure, but you're not playing them, which is a bit of a shame in a way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with regards to the constant sales on all those digital distribution sites and things, I genuinely don't know the last time I paid full price for a digital copy of any game. I genuinely do not know. Even now it seems more common than not when they're putting brand new digital games for pre-order. Even Bioshock Infinite was like this. Hitman was like this. They pre-ordered them at like 33% off. So you're getting them for nothing, really.
But then you have to buy the season pass, which then puts the money back on.
True.
And
very true, actually.
because I was saying for my Batman Arkham Origins, I pre-ordered it from Amazon because it worked out at about half the price of buying it from Steam.
Mm-hmm.
It took 3 weeks to arrive here and didn't have the pre-order DLC it should have. But because I only paid half price for it, I still felt that was a good deal.
Did you not complain and get the DLC, or?
There's been a whole load of most of the Amazon reviews about the game are saying like it's a whole bunch of 1 stars saying, "Oh, my keys didn't work," or this. And to be fair, it's going to end up being a purchasable DLC for like $1.99 in the future anyway.
Yeah, true.
And considering I saved half the price by buying it from Amazon, they've given me like 20 quid I can use to just buy DLC on it that if I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the way that's happening recently, where you can get rewarded by pre-ordering the games, you get pre-order bonuses, but then they just sell them as DLC. They should be just pre-order bonuses.
Well, at the same time, that would then essentially cut the community in half for those who actually preferred pre-order and those who either cannot or don't want to.
Sure, I mean, for items that can be used in, say, multiplayer games and things like that, if the item isn't cosmetic, then sure, offer a paid version of it. But if it's going to be like, a single player offline only game, I don't see any reason why they should then sell like armor packs or weapon packs and things like that you would get free if you had pre-ordered.
Well, taking Batman as an example, perhaps not the best one, but as we're on the topic, the different skins you can have for Batman is a pretty good way to go about it because they are cosmetic. You can choose how you look, and some stores, for example, will have GameStop will have these 3 skins, Amazon will have these 3 skins, Electronics Boutique will have these few skins. And sometimes you have to pick and choose which one you want in order to get the skin you want.
Yeah, I don't
But
like that.
one might have the Batman Year One skin. You think, oh, I want that, but then you'll see the other one has like Batman Brave and the Bold skin. You went, oh, but I want that as well. I want to be able to pick and choose.
True.
Right.
But then when later on you can actually buy these skins for a few cents, then I'm more than happy for in some way for some stores to have that exclusivity for a little bit of while, but not on anything that's pay to win.
Yeah, I mean, again, go on ahead, sir.
Dead Space 3, for example, is one that's come up, and I believe it was on the Co-Optimal podcast where Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit were talking about this. For Dead Space 3, you could buy the game, and the pacing should be set normally, so the difficulty is at the pace where you have just enough to get by. You find an upgrade, you have that upgrade, you have just enough to get by, and you progress through that through that stage in a good pacing.
Yeah.
What they did though is have a deluxe pack or a DLC that basically chucks to you a super awesome armor, some fancy gun parts that basically break the game, and you can walk through, not on easy mode, but it's close enough, just because you pre-ordered the game. And it's like, we can't trust you to pace the game in such a way where you can have these things and it still makes sense. So you have to be very careful about picking and choosing what you put in as these extras.
I mean, again, the whole complaint of different stores and different retailers having different pre-order exclusives, that's a completely different rant. So it is. I don't think that should happen either.
Yeah.
The first time I noticed that happen, and something I kind of noticed that did set a trend for a lot of games now, is Halo Reach. One of the first games that really had a statued collector's edition. And the thing that I got for as a pre-order bonus was like a in-game flaming helmet.
Yeah.
Was merely cosmetic, and you cannot buy that. And I like that, but there's something about that, the fact that it was an edition of the game with a statue that made it feel so special to me. But almost every AAA title has a collector's edition with a statue now, and again, I'm not sure how I feel about that. And also with regards to the different retailers having different exclusives, if the exclusives are cosmetic, not that big of a deal.
Right.
But do you remember what they did with Dishonored at all? Different retailers would come, if you pre-order from different retailers, you would have like powered up versions of different in-game abilities.
Yeah.
Which like it was different abilities for each retailer, and I hated that. That put me off buying the game entirely. I rented it, finished it on a rental, and then much later down the line purchased it on a digital sale.
Alright. And while we're on the topic of DLC though, one reason why I have not even finished the Mass Effect series is because EA is day one DLC. Yeah. I'm not even going to that ever, or at least not buy it myself.
I agree with the thing of fine, make DLC for the games, but don't have it ready at the same time as release and just not give it to us.
It's when it comes to you on the game disc and you have to buy a code to unlock it is where people start to have flaming pitchforks. They go, "Why are you doing that?" Like, as the Xbox One came out, and there's the race. Is it Forza? It's the racing game.
Yeah.
Yep. Believe there's on disc DLC. The cars day one DLC, and some of the cars are on the disc. Some of the cars you have to pay for. I believe it's the Lotus Elise, Lotus Elite, that you have to pay something like $15 to $20 to unlock. You can unlock the car through playing the game.
Right.
You apparently you can do that, but it takes a lot of effort to do it. And their excuse for putting this Lotus Elise car there for such a high premium purchase price is that because they do not want to devalue the car for the people that have earned it through playing the game and unlocking itself.
Right.
Oh god.
I said, no, as soon as you put the car for sale, you've already devalued it.
Yeah.
I mean, what I didn't like best for Speed Most Wanted is I was driving around my city and I'd stopped by a car and I go, hey, that's a pretty nice car. It says, no, you can't buy this car because you need to buy the DLC pack. I was like, oh, okay. I drive off down the street again and there's another car. Oh, I want that car. You can't have this. You need to buy the DLC pack.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even hide these cars. It would just put these cars in plain view saying, look at these cars. You want them. Pay money for them.
A game I think that did DLC very well. Not to bring this game up on every podcast, but Dragon Age Origins. The DLC for that, once you unlock the DLC, a new area appeared on your normal map in the game. You didn't have to load it up. Load up the DLC separately at the main menu. For most of them, for one of them you did, and you just kind of travel to that area then, and you do the quests, and you get your exclusive DLC items for which when you beat it, and then they brought out the expansion again, which was done extraordinarily well.
Right.
But then there's games that do like the DLC is I've completely lost my train of thought there. Mm-hmm. It's gone. Unrelated note though, Kingdoms of Amalur. Anyone played it?
I've seen it, but I've not played it.
I bought the complete collection on, I think it was a sale on Game Fan Shop, and I have it installed. I've been planning to play it at some point, and I just haven't done it. It's one of the 77 games out of my 464 I have that are here. It's on the SSD drive. Mm-hmm. It's just not even been loaded yet.
Yeah, I have too many like that. But Amalur is a fantastic game. But one of the... again, I can't remember if this was a pre-order feature or a bonus for having bought these other games. There was a set of Dead Space armor and a set of Dragon Age armor in that game.
Right.
But they're so low level that you play the game for about an hour and they're useless to you then.
There's a bunch of games that do that,
mm-hmm.
though, and
yeah.
I kind of half laugh and half cry at those.
Yeah.
I mean,
you saying, "Oh, look at this! You get the start the game off, and you have this golden armor, and you go great. Then you get onto the first town, and suddenly something drops that's better than that, and you go, oh, okay. I guess that's that gone then."
Yeah, I mean there was Jesus, I can't speak at all today. They assigned the different armors, different classes as well. Like Isaac's armor from Dead Space was a rogue class, and then there was the Blood Dragon armor from Dragon Age, which was for warriors. And they looked so cool. And then again, you get to level 4, play the game for about an hour. You get to level 4, and then you pick up like a piece of leather that's better than it, and you're just like, damn it.
Right.
I think this is maybe why transmogrification becomes so popular in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I can see why that feature would be popular. Definitely.
Yeah. And I think because it's become so popular, and they have in like online store purchasable items that can make your helm a big fiery skull and things like that. But they're also bringing over the transmog feature for Diablo 3 as well.
Very nice. I didn't know that.
So that was at the BlizzCon panel, I think it was.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I, if I recall correctly, the crowd went wild. They were like, "Yeah, we're bringing in transmogrification for Diablo 3," and it was like, yeah! Like Wembley Stadium erupting. It was fantastic. I was like, oh, I guess people like that feature because it is a problem. You do get this fantastic looking piece of gear, and then as you walk along, you do find you have this tackled boots that a little bit better. Now I have to look like I've gone through a thrift.
So we're back. On the transmogrification, I can't pronounce that word topic. I think all of us who have ever played a game that has, lots of armor variation in it have had this exact same experience of, just as you were saying, Bebsey, pick up something that looks so cool, but it's so statistically bad that you switch it out within like 20 minutes.
Right.
And it kind of sucks. Sucks.
It became noticeable at things like the Burning Crusade expansion, and mostly because of a Penny Arcade comic I saw about it. Because it says, "Oh yeah, I made you this statue of your character," and he goes, "What? No, you can't see what gear I'm wearing." And it's just wearing like bright green pants, a pink floral shirt. And it's like, yeah, as it it's not just for the Blizzard games that I think could need it. Other games I can perhaps see doing that in the future as well.
Yeah, right. I mean the Skyrim kind of had it. Do you know where you could disenchant and put statistics on other items?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But you obviously couldn't put the defensive properties of a dragonbone plate onto iron or plated iron or something like that. Right. I believe is it banded iron, the thing, or the big knight armor set? It's some kind of steel armor, isn't it? Skyrim.
Mm.
Yeah. You know what I mean. That I would play the entire game dressed like that if it had better stats. Like start to finish, I would dress like that.
Right.
Well, thanks to the glorious PC gaming master race, Skyrim for PC has mods.
Yeah,
and you can make yourself look like anything that you want to.
I was Iron Man for a while.
As well as you should be.
Yeah. I also tried to be a Space Marine for a while, and the game glitched out so hardcore with the so many different mods. So I just kept like the Space Marine jump mod enabled. I'm like Spider-Man now, just without the web. I just run, jump, boom, and then I'm like 20 feet forward where I was. Like, hey.
I just chose cosmetic mods like the better sky, better map, better textures and things like that. Because I don't know. I think it's some of the immersion that it needs. I'm not into a big immersion thing, but I felt as if I wanted to play it how they wanted to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I ever played it again, then I will have, the... Oh, God. It was the wrestler, dude.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, the Agons come in, they would play through that. And because why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, my first playthrough of Skyrim was modless on the 360. So by the time I did get access to Skyrim with oh my god, mods, I had already put 200 hours into the game. So I was more than happy to fuck around with visual things, cosmetic things, gameplay things. Right. I found quite a few gameplay mods as well that made it better, like stuff that's so subtle. I found one that basically whenever you shoot an arrow, it adds an animation that looks like the arrow is actually spinning because arrows do that. And I thought that was pretty cool, and like the one that increases the frequency of kill cams, very minor things, but they just increase the quality of the gameplay, I think.
Right. Kind of make you wonder just how we're going to do these games in the future, especially Bethesda games. The Elder Scrolls games, they out, and within a week, mod makers have made the game 3 times better.
Yeah.
Fixed half the bugs, giving yourself super anti-aliasing with widescreen, and it's like and 3D support, and you think, well, why wasn't that in the box when Bethesda made it?
Yeah. Right. I mean, why can't the people who spent millions making it fix it first?
I mean, someone made a Skyrim mock that it quite into expansion pack on its own made this back, and now Bungie hired him.
Wow.
Off of that, I think, well, why didn't Bethesda hire him? Clearly, he can make a better game than they can, but then BioWare went, well, and that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Bethesda, though, I believe we've all noticed this supposed Fallout 4 viral site.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've not checked it out yet.
Well, there's some debate over it's actually legit or not.
Right.
Because they're saying, well, technically it seems like it's registered than a matter of publishing, but it's going through GoDaddy rather than this other hosting thing, and it's in tracing this up. It comes through Poland, It's
Yeah.
like, well, now I'm not too sure if it's real or not, but I want to believe.
Right.
I mean, with Fallout 4, they had originally announced it would be like in England and stuff. I was like, or not really announced, it was rumoured that it would be in England. I was like, yeah, bring it on, I'm going to shoot the fucking Queen. No offence to anyone, I just thought it would be fun to do. But then, there was a press conference where they go, nope, it's going to be in Boston, and now just no one knows what's happening with it. But I wish they would hurry up and bring it out.
Right.
One of the locations is the brought up in the Morse code message or the jumbled cipher that's on the screen talking about some particular area that was one of the rumored ones that was supposed to have been coming up in the potential theme of Fallout 4. So we don't know if it's because they just randomly took one of these rumored areas and tried to spin with that. But I do want to see more games set in England/Europe. I mean, Grand Theft Auto London 1966, whatever that mod was, that was fun. And when the Gateway came, which is basically a GTA in London, I was excited for that. It's just a shame it ended up being a piss poor game.
Yeah,
but Hellgate London, that came. I was like, yeah, Hellgate London. There's like, we basically see a lot of ruined buildings and a subway. We can't really tell where we are. This isn't really thematic. So to have a game set in London/England, I would really, really like to see that. Not just because of being, from that area, but because I'm so sick of US central games like XCOM Enemy Unknown.
yeah.
You're sent around the world. You go to Paris, you go to London, you go to India. Oh, everyone has New York taxi cabs.
I never thought of that, but yeah, that's
right.
very true.
And I was like, the first mission I went to Paris, I went, I'm going to recognize some of this perhaps. At least a bus stop might look like it. But it turns out, no. It just looks like it's just a rainy New York and American accented persons yelling out for help. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think with that, we'll wrap up this one. I just want to kind of experiment with shorter episodes, longer episodes, and see if we can find the sweet spot. We're around an hour here, so we'll give that a go and see how it turns out. Thank you anyone who did come and listen. Technically also watch, because it will be in video format with a still photograph. Thank you to Bebsey and Yohaseo for coming and hanging out here and providing some cool discussion today. And if you two want to kind of like plug the shit out of your things, please feel free to do so. And there'll be links to both of your stuffs in the description there.
Yeah.
Well, my Twitch channel, which I am doing 7-hour casts on 3 times a week, at least for the next week. And then after that, it's going to be sporadic again, as I change my working days. But I do want to say, if I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone, I do recommend people look into Hearthstone, because tons of fun.
Yeah, definitely apply for that beta. And again, if you want to just kind of plug the life out of your Twitch and things like that, please feel free to do so.
My Twitch is, of course, twitch.tv/Yohaseo. I've not been streaming a lot as of late, but I will be getting back into it sometime soon. I'll likely be streaming some Warframe with my clan, StarCraft every now and then. I'll try Minecraft now that it's running better for myself. Nice. Aside from that, I'll probably also be starting up YouTube at some point. Not sure if I'll create a new YouTube channel. I'll just use my old one, which is, mostly AMVs and random shit.
Nice. I remember back in 2005, me trying to make AMVs using still pictures in Windows Movie Maker with the same 3 songs. It was good times.
I was basically doing the same thing as in One True Media.
Nice. And with that then, everyone, thank you very much. Please look at the links in the description there to both of these guys and their awesome stuff, and we'll see you all right back here at the same time next week, and goodbye.